Hey guys, it's Abhay here. Welcome to Coders Project. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about the C++ loops. What are the loops available in C++ and how do you use them? So there are three types of loops like while loop. In the while loop, we have the do and while loop. I'll explain it. And then the for loop and how do you use the break and continue functions within these loops. So yeah, let's get started. I'll take up the while loop and do and while loop together. So let me start with that. So as you know, loops can execute a block of code as long as a specified condition is reached. Loops are handy because they save time, reduce errors, and they even make the code more readable. So now let us start with the while loop. So the while loop loops through the block of code as long as the specified condition is true. So the statement or the syntax for while loop is going to be while and then condition inside the brackets and then open up a curly bracket and then start giving the condition, the block of code under the while loop. So let us take an example where the code will run the loop until the variable or the integer has printed till 10. So let us define an integer x equals 0. Now we are going to be using the while loop. While x is lesser than 11 and then open up the curly brackets and then here you're going to be typing your block of code. So let us print. We're going to be printing x and then we'll take it to the next line. Now over here we have to specify the condition, which is x and 2 plus. I'll explain it to you. Don't forget to increase the variable which is used in the condition, otherwise the loop will run forever. Let's run this now. So it prints out 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is how you use the while loop. So now I'm going to be showing you how do you use the do and while loop together. So the do or while loop is a variant of while loop itself. This loop will execute the block of code once before checking the condition if it's true or false over here. So let me just get started with this. You just have to add a do block over here. Do and then your condition x equals, let me take it as, okay, we'll do that later. We have already defined an integer x. So we'll print something now. So let me print cout x and then let me take to the next line. And then yeah, the condition over there. Okay, some okay, we should not add this over here. Yep, so this should be it. While using the do and while loop, you don't need to add the condition below the while loop. You can just add it in the do loop. So this prints out 0 to 10 before checking if the condition is true or false. So this is how we use the do and while loop together. Now I'll just be moving to the for loop. So when you know exactly how many times you want the loop to run a block of code, you can use the for loop instead of while loop. So the statement or the syntax is going to be a for and then your statements and then your condition or what the block of code needs to do. So yeah, let me show you an example over here. For, let me define an integer. For integer x, which is equal to, or yeah, which is equal to, let me take it as 1 this time. I'm going to be defining x is lesser than 11, and then I'm going to be defining the condition. Let us print it. Cout cout x, and we'll move the next numbers to the next line. This is an example for the for loop. And, what's the mistake over here? Okay, yeah. Now let's run this. So it's going to print out 1 to 10. So this is how we use the for loop. So let me explain this example. So over here, the statement 1, which is integer x equals 1, defines the variable before the loop starts running. So we have specified x to be 1 over here. And then in the statement 2, we have specified, statement 2 defines the condition for the loop to run. So the value of x must be less than 11. If the condition is true, the loop will start and run. So if it is false, the loop will end. So the statement 3 over here, what this does is it will increase the value, which is x plus plus each time the block of code, the block or the code block in the loop has been executed. So that's why it prints out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, this is it for the while loop. So let me just give another example wherein we'll only be printing the values between 0 to 10 this time. And I'll change the condition also over here. X plus 2, or yeah, plus 2 is good enough for this. Um, and over here, let me add 15. Okay, so x should be lesser than or equal to 15. And let me take the variable x to be 0 at start. Let's run this now. So this is a uh, yeah, this keeps running continuously. It's kind of a you know what, this forever loops kind of thing. Yeah, let's do this. So this works 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Whereas the others, like if we don't specify this condition, let's see what happens. You get an error. Yeah, it's a forever loop. It's just printing 0, 0, 0, 0, 0 now. So yeah, this is just a basic example for the for loop. So now I'll show you how do you use the break. So I've already showed you how to use the break statement in I think when I was explaining the conditions. So the break statement can also be used to jump out of a loop. So let us take an example. Let me define a for loop again. For integer x to be let me define 0, and x is going to be lesser than 10 this time, and then the condition, we're going to be adding an if statement over here. If x is equal to when x reaches the value 9, or when it reaches value 6, it's going to break. Okay, so what this does is, yeah, so what this does is it's going to start running the for loop. When the x prints out the integer 6, it's going to break the loop. It's not going to run till 9 or 10. Well, we didn't print this. Okay, C out and then variable x. Yeah, so it breaks when the integer value reaches 6. So if I make this to be 11, it's going to print till 9 actually. Let me take this as 11. Yeah, now let me break it when it reaches 9. So it's going to stop printing at 8. So this is how you use the break keyword. Now I'm going to be showing you how do you use the continue statement. So the continue statement breaks one iteration in the loop if a specified condition occurs and continues with the next iteration of the loop. So let me just explain you with an example. Instead of break over here, let me type continue. So yeah, you'll get to know what this does. It's just going to skip that number. So as you can see, 9 has not been printed over here. So it prints out it runs the loop but skips out when the value of x reaches 9. Okay, so now I'm going to be showing you how to use the break and continue loop in the while loop. So we are done with for loop now. So let me just show you how to use it with while loop also. So let us define an integer x to be 0, and then we are going to be typing while, and then the condition while x is lesser than 10, we're going to print out x, and then the condition over here, and we'll add an if statement. If x when x reaches let me take it as 8, it's going to break. So when x reaches the value 8, it's going to break, which means it stops printing at 7. So I can use the continue keyword also over here to skip the number. So it skips out. Well, yeah, I made a small mistake over here. Let's just correct this. Okay, so over here we have to type the if statement first. So let me skip the number 5 when x equals to 5. Yeah, so when x equals to 5, it's going to let me give the condition, and then it's going to we're going to be using the continue keyword to skip it. And now let us print it over here, C out and then a variable x, and let us get to the next line. Yeah, and then the condition over here again. Did I miss something? Now it's proper. Yeah, now it's proper. And the condition. Okay, let's run it now. So it's going to skip the number 5 and then print it till 9. Now it's going to print till 10, but it's going to skip the integer 5. So this is how you use the continue and break and for and while loops. So I hope you guys have understood how to use the for and while loops. If you have any questions or any doubts, or if you want me to make few more exercises for these loops, just comment in the comment section and I'll start doing it. So yeah, this is it for this video. I hope you liked it. Do subscribe my channel, like my videos. See you soon.